Здоров, пацаны. Здоровенькие пулы. Ой. Так, сегодня, короче, по ходу финал игры. У нас тут намечается, поэтому готовьте там себе покушать. О, будет смотреться. Мы погружаемся в эту охуительную игру, просто бомбечную, бомбечную. Я забыл, что я с геймпада должен играться. Так. Я где? Так, это я, видимо, выслушал, дослушал. А где я вообще? Что за херня? Не помню уже, где я был. Я в последний раз сбился с этими долбоебами. Мост чинил. Так, мост почти зачинен. Мне надо правее встать. Вот отсюда мост уже. Сдается. Ну, мы явно сюда куда-то. Бля, рука черная уже почти. Точнее, полностью, блядь. Зебра. I'm a zebra. Чуть подзабыл уже управление. На неделю. О! Тихо, бля, я хотел его отразить, пиздец. Воу-воу, полегче. Ой-ой-ой, ты чего? Что-то жесткий, алло, угомонись. Двое, ёпта твою мать. Опа. О, блин, тихо. Надав. Оп. Ой! Тихонечко. Блять. Капец. Ну. Он летит, тварь.
You're close. She finished.
На, говно. А тебе ублюдок. Так. Окей, я понял. Мне, видимо, сюда. А, мост починився. Всё, заебумба. Мост полностью починен. Открывай двери. Сейчас какой-то тут долбоеб такой. Вы кто такие? Я вас не звал. Идите нахер. Так, мне не сюда же, да? Мне не сюда, нет. Не понял. А куда мне? Что за бред? А, блин, здесь можно питься, ёб твою мать. Ну все, блин, походу там финальная битва. Какие-то ворота такие жесткие. Опа. Опа. Мимо. Ух, вот эта музыка, боже. Оп-оп, тихонечко. Ты отлетаешь. Сказал, отлетаешь. Вот теперь точно отлетаешь. Ой, минус щит. Нет. Ой, там еще жирненький был. Быстрее этого надо завалить. Потихоньку, потихоньку, по одному. Ай-яй-яй, ты... Бля, пиздец, он вырубил всех, по-моему. Бля, два жирных на такой неудобной... Но неудобном мосту. На! Хоть битва. Ай! Ой-ой-ой, еще один чарпится. На, по жопе. Петух. Не станется, ублюдок. Да умри уже быстрей. Пошел нахер.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Блэд, здесь все враги. Это всю игру. Пиздец. Ёб твою мать. Ублюдок, ты посмотри, что делается. Ёб твою мать! Меня зажали, сука. Отошел. Отошел, сказал. Ублюдок. Да ну нахер. Уходи. О! На. Ублюдок. Капец, их тут до хера, да отпустите вы уже. Сука. Так. Next. Кто последний остался? Пошел отсюда. Ебой. Жестко. Да хера долбоебов было, конечно. Долбоебы. Открой ворота, тварь! Верни моего мужа. Опа. Длинный коридор. Сейчас до хера врагов будет.
We'll all die someday. And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua,
Stop.
Turn back.
Stop. Stop her. Why is she going? Stop. Senua.
I don't
Senua,
want to
stop.
die.
Why would she stop to die? She won't stop. 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 I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop. Please stop. You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me. Listen to me, not them.
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
Ой, мы избавились от Senua.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Так, покажите мне. Эль. Эль.
Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces of fear and suffering. I can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, son?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was
Здорово,
just a
Гошка.
child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
Ух ты, блядь, ты чё за тварь?
It was all a lie.
Это Хелло?
You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray.
Быстро
to
ты.
the
В смысле
gods.
быстро?
You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Вот, бля. Пиздец. Это я впереди.
Those
Грузин.
rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you. The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
Быстро до финала дошел. Да не, игра сама по себе
I won't
короткая.
let you kill me.
Но охуенная. Все как обычно, самые охуенные игры короткие. Бля, музыка какая, господи.
Behind you. Careful, Senua.
Ой, бля. Кого забрал? Блять, ублюдок, ты посмотри. Сзади. Да ёб твою мать.
Watch out.
Ублюдок. А, Rage 2 еще не, кстати. Да, блядь, ты посмотри. Сука, как издалека. Бля, музыка охуенная. На. Ой, просто воткнул прям в сердце.
Behind you. Behind you.
Да ёб твою мать, а. Даже не дает мне его ударить.
Behind you. Watch out.
Ой, блядь, ебать. Жирный ублюдок. Капец их. Ну хоть нападайте уже. Черт. Пошел отсюда.
Watch out.
Ты тоже.
Be careful, Senua. Careful.
Да ёб твою мать. Да ёбаный в рот.
Watch out.
Сука. Нет.
Watch out. Careful.
Ублюдок.
Careful, Senua.
Эпично.
I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hella, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Ой, капец. Что происходит? А, просто надо было идти. Кик.
Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillian. The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Варина.
I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillian by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillian's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here. Dillian, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Ух, это кто? Нихера у него меч. Ай, блядь. Ебать, что за херня? Еще и собака какая-то огромная. Ай, блядь. Блядь. Да ну тебя нахер. Умри, падла, на тебе по рылу. Твоему собачьему. Ай, блядь. Минус один. Умри, падла, блэд. Вот это, да, кабан. Умри, падла.
Dillian! Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillian is gone. Dillian is dead. Let him go.
Behind you.
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already?
Betrayed your own
Behind
father.
me.
You betrayed
Come on.
the gods in search of Dillian, in search
твою
of
мать.
love. Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Господи ж ты, боже, как вас до хера. Ну, двигайся, ну. Уходи отсюда. Шариваем. Да, блять, это пиздец. Ай, да блять. Да не, это бред, господи. Поджебни. Да блять. Да сука, ну это невозможно, ну что? Блять, они бесконечно или что такое? Я не пойму, блядь, что происходит. Музыка расслабляет. Согласен, есть такое. Да капец, они шо, реально бесконечные? Я просто не знаю. Этого надо ублюдка снять. Хватит. Да ёб твою мать. Ай, блядь. Ну уворачивайся, дура. Она почему-то, хер знает, станется от чего-то. Тьма проникает внутри нее. Давай, нападай. О, молодец. Красиво делаешь. Внутри нее все проникает. Я бы тоже не прочь проникнуть. Да ёб твою мать, ну что ты не бьешь, дура? Они какие-то бесконечные, серьезно. Я не могу ударить. Я контратаковать не могу. Да ёб твою мать. Да в смысле?
Let go, Senua.
Большого бить нельзя?
Battle.
Да хер знает. Я не могу на него целить, ну, типа навестись даже. Автозахват цели не работает на нем. Пиздец, я их уже сколько замесил. Да ну нахер, ну боже, я ж поставил блок, алло.
Go, Senua.
Пиздец. Не пойму. А, это, видимо, так и должно быть, или что? Тьма внутри нее, посмотри, блэд, у нее уже полтела в каких-то черных венах. Бля, я вспомнил теперь вот эту Хеллу. Я хотел победить, но в итоге надо было проиграть. Да вот именно. Сейчас окажется, что Хелло с ее лицом, там что-то такое. О, башка. Башка любимая.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't seem to.
Она меня держит.
Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it.
Я буду твоей рабой.
Stay for it.
Ты не лжешь,
I'll
но
fight
ты
with you
лжешь.
after all.
Нет, вообще-то она сказала, ты не ложь, но ты лжешь. Я буду твоей рабой. Или рабой.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When
ПК,
nighttime
ну,
comes,
думаю, да.
we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Кстати, Хелло, по-моему, на нее реально похоже. Для нас стала Хеллой.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again. This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel,
Бля, капец, я что-то ожидал другой концовки, что ей все это типа показалось. Блин, мне Игорь говорил, что там типа вот концовка будет такая, что окажется, что все это ей показалось, но на самом деле нет. Ну хотя, хер знает. Ну, типа по сути она, ну пройдя через всю эту историю, победила все свои страхи там, и сомнения и т.д. Музыка за... Бля, музыка здесь вообще заебомба. Игра заебомба. Я жду вторую часть быстрее. Теперь не проходил. Он смотрел стрим. У него тоже есть. Пройдет ее. Я тоже стрим смотрел, но давно и уже забыл, что как. Бля, охуенно. Ну, по сути, да, она не умерла. Она победила свои страхи, типа, свои вот эти... Как это сказать? Противоречия, что ли? Короче, получается, вот это Хелло, это и воплощение ее страхов, ее хуевых эмоций и всего этого. Потому что она не могла отпустить своих погибших, любимых ее людей. Заебумба. Короче, она сама злодей. Да нет, она не злодей. Она просто боролась со своей шизой, короче. По сути, она вот под конец уже победила все вот эти всю свою шизу и, короче, стала нормальной. Во второй части посмотрим, что привело ее к такой ее шизе, короче. Там, по идее, должны будут показать, что с ней было до этой истории. Бля, музыка заебумба. Хочется слушать и слушать. Так, короче. Владимир Мостровик. Мостровец или Мострович. Джо Макларен. Артем Чуйка. Нифига. Russian people, all of our fans and supporters for making Hellblade possible. Если вы хотите узнать больше, узнать о психозе и других психических расстройствах, посетите Hellblade Help. И все. Дальше. А, я фильм хотел посмотреть. Там же ж фильм какой-то был.
stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's
Это
dreamt of
трейлер
this
типа.
before.
Какой-то.
It's coming. Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade Senua's Psychosis.
Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience.
А, все же получается, это ее типа воображение было.
Was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was gelt. A gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was truth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Truth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness such as psychosis is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead. Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming here.
Pleasure, thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. It's fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernie Ho provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
Can't see how she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first...
Короче, это очень долгий рассказ о том, как делали игру. Я понял. Ну, не красавцы так. Серьезно подошли к вопросу о психическом здоровье, так сказать. Ей. Ладно, сейчас тогда закончу стрим и пойдем в Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Тун-тун-тун-тун-тун-тун. Долго делали игру? Нет. Я понял, что во время психоза у людей галлюцинации. И все. Начни стрим по МК. Да, конечно, у меня даже превьюшки нету, тегов и всего этого. Много времени займет. Ладно, сейчас созвонимся, короче, Гоша. Нормально все будет. Давай еще. Блять, никого не было. Насрав в пизду, блять. Давай сейчас позвоню тебе в